Take another look at Jamarcus Brown just barreling through contact. He lives in the paint, and that residence only gets better game after game, already in double figures to get this contest underway. He's done it every game this year, so why not get it done in the first 5 minutes of Lynchburg and Averett. ODAC men's basketball action on this Wednesday. Hornets up 3 after the break. Now Jason Easton as open as a Waffle House. You can cash in your breakfast that time. 3 points for 32. Jason Easton has just continued to prove he is a prolific scorer from beyond the perimeter. Upwards of 40%. Now Averett swinging around that top of the perimeter. Here's Bracey. Dishes off to the corner. First shot opportunity for Terrell Fitzgerald. And a foul on the rebound. This Averett team, as we already touched on, major improvements from last year. Of course, they went 8-17 in that 24-25 season. They're already at 12 wins through 17 games. As another bit of off-ball contact sends the possession Lynchburg's way. Jake Hart has taken 3 or 4 tumbles in the early going of this one. And you might need some bandages after that one. Point guard duties to a T. 4 fouls on the Cougars here in the first 6 minutes. And Lynchburg, a team that obviously would like to get to the line, would love their percentages to get higher. Currently occupying right around 68%. Easton from the corner. Pass down low to Brown. Ready to go work again. The spin around, everything but the bucket. Rebound goes to Sellers. Averett smoothing out transition down to Fitzgerald. Now up top. Here comes Stevens, the ball going out, and now into the hands of Lynchburg. Extra charge into the paint. Brown shot swatted away. Fitzgerald recovers. Substitutions as Eli Thomas enters the ball game for Lynchburg. Josh Seiler and Isaiah Ramazani for Averett into the game. 2 more newcomers for the Hornets as Jaden Palmore and Mike Gray will replace Pearson Young and Jake Hart. It's not every day Jamarcus Brown's shot gets swatted away, but you saw that defense, the athleticism from Averett. Even their guards were listed about 6'5", 6'6". Oh, a wide open Eli Thomas flushes it home. First few seconds of play, and he already has a dunk to his name. That is a playbook call from Hillary Scott as Lynchburg moves up to an 8-point lead. Now near side, Mason Mitchell up top. Chance for Terrell Fitzgerald. Into the hands of Ramazani. Short corner, Jackson Sellers elevates, can't get the shot to fall. Lynchburg's defense stifling to start this ball game as Averett hasn't found that rhythm. Brown, the spin around, can't get it to go, but a foul is called. 2 shots for the sophomore, who's already at 11 points in this ball game. Personal foul will be on Terrell Fitzgerald. Already 2 quick ones. Jamarcus Brown shooting 63% at the stripe on the season. We talk about athleticism and versatility for Averett. Doesn't get much better than Brown on the other side if you don't know him. Obviously on the trajectory to be a first teamer in the conference, but he's also a 2-time All-American in the high jump. That's at the Division III level. Can't remember many tips that he has lost throughout the season, and starting off with possession is great, but the other skill sets certainly help as well as Lynchburg's jump to a 20-10 lead. Cougars ready to work. Sellers goes to the far side to Mitchell. Extra one, around we go. The carousel continues, and the short corner shot from Mitchell is off the mark. Lynchburg ready to race to their own, and Jamarcus Brown brings the town down. The Hornets setting up shop down low in a hurry. Already at 22 points. Lynchburg, a team that loves using its bench as Brown shows off the size again. And a foul on Fitzgerald. That is costly already, up to 3 personals. Another look at Jamarcus Brown. Truly step stool material, at least if you throw the announcers out there, because Jamarcus Brown makes basketball look so easy. The way he has found his rhythm as a Hornet. 22-10, Lynchburg leads, 12:05 to go here in the first half. As advertised, here is Aiden Brewer to lead off the bottom of the third. 2-0 Southern Maryland. They have 4 hits. And Rockers no runs on no hits. 1 error in the cards. A throw over from Luke Napleton, trying to catch the runner Jamari Baylor, who stole second and then moved up to third. Righty on righty matchup, defense shaded to pull. Overton a look down to his ankles, comes set, glove is high. Here's the pitch, a grounder over to third. On it is Barrera, who takes a step, flings over to first to a reaching Baylor for the out. Quickly 1 down after 4 sat down in a row by way of the strikeout. Here's DJ Burt. If you might have heard during the break, straw hat giveaway day here at Truist Point. So great thing that the sun is back. That would be a little awkward if it was an overcast day. And a lot of Rockers fans donning their straw hats around the ballpark. First pitch taken high by Burt. Ready to go as the shadows creep left to right across the outfield. It's where the wind is blowing as well, so if Burt goes the opposite way, right-handed swinger might have some extra assistance. Fastball popped up to the right side, ranging out of play. First baseman Baylor has to watch it soar into the seats. Straw hat giveaway courtesy of Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist. And they look very sporty as well. We had the bucket hat giveaway just a little while ago. That was more colorful, the blue and the red and the yellow, all the Rockers colors, a very beachy theme. And now as we have transitioned to August, get a little more coverage of your head with these ones. As the bill goes straight out all the way around. Here's the 1-1, hacked a liner out to left, straight back is Pierce Howard, chasing it, and it leaves the ballpark. DJ Burt blast over the left field wall. Home run number 3 of the year. Cuts the lead in half to make it 2-1. 370 feet. A cookie over the plate, and DJ Burt makes him pay. So far, it had looked like very steady sailing so far for Connor Overton. 4.07 ERA and just his 4th appearance on the year. Sat down the first 7, and DJ Burt will get to sit down, but he put a run on the board as he puts a little charge into that one. Here is the new batter, Cody Wilson, takes a first pitch strike. Burt now at 24 RBI on the year. The home run ball was alive in game 1 yesterday. We mentioned the Rockers had 3 of them. Wilson takes the next one inside, just a hint to make it 1-1. 1 out in the inning, 2-1 Southern Maryland now. DJ Burt slicing that lead in half. You could tell when Pierce Howard turned a complete 180, and it was it as Wilson waves and misses on the off speed. 1-2. That will help the very large crowd here on this Saturday evening as they have something to come to life about. Next pitch, fastball tagged in the air to the right side. This time under it is Ethan Wilson. Now steps forward a few steps to make the grab. 2 down. Tell you what, DJ Burt has really re-energized this team in so many ways. When he was out on paternity leave, it was very evident he was ready to get back in the lineup. Had a nice day when he returned as well. His last game had been on June 18th. He returned on July 8th. And in his 3rd season at High Point, over 1,000 professional games, he is always ready to go. So is Luis Gonzalez, leadoff hitter. Checks his swing on the first pitch. It's an off speed, but in there for a strike. 0-1. 2-1 Southern Maryland. If you're just tuning in on the Rockers Baseball Network. Still early here in the 5th, game of 6 in this set as the off-speed tails to the ankles in the dirt, 1-1. You gotta really love the fact that here at Truist Point, you get 6 in a row, and even though it's the same opponent, logistically, saves a lot of travel for opponents, seeing more 6-game sets later in the year for the Atlantic League. Fastball chases inside. Gonzalez watches 2-1. Defense way over to pull. Gonzalez on his first at bat. Just a soft grounder over to first base. Next pitch, watched low again. 3-1. Misses on that corner, and opportunity if Gonzalez gets on. He's the tying run despite it being early in this game. We're playing a full 9 innings today, not the doubleheader 7. Here's the 3-1 chopped at the plate, foul. Rockers split that doubleheader with Southern Maryland yesterday. The first game was a resumption of Thursday's contest. Rain prohibited us from playing anymore, and so moved into Friday. Bottom of the 3rd is where we started this exact frame. Rockers lose that 10-5, a shutout win in game 2, 4-0. Payoff to Gonzalez, rifle to the right side. A tough grounder for the diving Recusant, and it files through. Base hit for Luis Gonzalez, and perhaps a 2-out rally impending. Beneklinski, one of the Atlantic League's great, steps in. Gonzalez is so silky, and those late counts when you feel like even the pressure as it stacks up will not stop him. Robbed of a home run in his first pitch of the game that he faced. Shouldn't say robbed, it was more by the foul pole. Just a few shades to the right as Klinski watches the first pitch just outside. Gonzalez has done that often throughout the year, hitting it just foul down that first base line, and enough for us to catch its attention. Klinski 0 for 1 with a line out to center as the toss over to first is unsuccessful. Gonzalez in with the hands. Beneklinski, 8 home runs between these last 3 series. Member of the 2020 club for the 3rd consecutive year. Bashing off with 26 home runs, checks his swing. Appeal to first, and Eric Whitfield says he went. Klinski is obviously cementing himself in the history books for the Atlantic League, but also for the Rockers. Just 1 season elsewhere. That was with Lexington. Takes this one for a trip out into left center, has some carry, and it's off the wall. Gonzalez hustling around third. He gets the wave. Throw going to the plate. Going to be a tough one, but bobbled by the catcher, Lynn. Klinski to third. This ball game is tied. What can't he do? Beneklinski, the home run yesterday, continues the extra base hitting, and Luis Gonzalez has no problem. The throw did have them by a decent distance, but bobbled by Lynn. Pierce Howard has been on his horse today in left field, and a great throw from the cutoff man Lofton, but just takes a hop right in front of Lynn. Gonzalez is in to score. Here's Drew Mendoza, RBI number 68 for Klinski. This ball game knotted up at 2 apiece. Mendoza goes after the first pitch. Grounder to the second baseman Recusant, who's down to a knee and throws to first. We've got an entertaining ball game. Beneklinski loves to play baseball in a Rockers uniform. He loves to put runs on the board. 2 apiece as we head to the top of the 4th.